The truth is that a man must be able to handle himself in any situation, regardless of the time period we live in. Some viewers may view this video as endorsing toxic masculinity, which is understandable given the epidemic of weak men who have been led to believe that men and women are the same. In this video, we'll examine 6 essential skills that every man needs to master in life. The first is knowing how to fight. Whether you're a businessman, doctor, or comedian, if you can't fight, you lack masculinity. While getting into fights or street fights is something everyone should avoid, it doesn't mean you should forego learning basic fighting techniques. Imagine a scenario that could occur to you. One day, as you and your wife are strolling down the street, someone slaps her on the butt. What would you do in this situation? You can't just phone the police and wait for them to come. Nobody should be able to touch the ones you love and care about without suffering repercussions. Thus, ignoring it totally would mean losing both your woman's and your own respect. You might be shocked to learn how many modern men would opt to ignore the problem and attempt to justify their inaction because, as a man, one of your responsibilities is to protect your people. Avoid starting a fight if you can avoid it, but if you find yourself in a situation where you have no choice but to defend yourself, you'd better know how to throw a good punch. Ignoring a situation like this means sacrificing your own honor and abandoning your role as a protector, so pay close attention. No matter how strong or skilled you are in the art of fighting, you should always try diplomacy and firm persuasion to de-escalate a situation. Knowing how to calm down or break up a fight makes you a leader. It's like how all the male gorillas stop their antics when the alpha male walks in. The ability to diffuse conflict can only be truly mastered by someone who also knows how to be dangerous. Therefore, by learning how to fight and being able to diffuse conflict, you will be able to quickly open up your opponent with a few fakes, and when he drops his guard, you risk hurting yourself more than your opponent. Number 3 is strongly present and goes hand in hand with it. Have you ever noticed that certain men enter a room with a commanding presence that inspires respect without uttering a single word? What if I told you that this isn't a natural talent, but rather a skill that can be acquired? This presence is the result of a number of minor habits and characteristics. You must shake hands firmly and be a strong man. When you walk with your chest out and make eye contact with other men, nod your head and acknowledge them. The truth is that charisma is a learned behavior and skill that is developed in a similar way to how we learn to walk or expand our vocabulary when learning a new language. Now, I'll admit that many guys try to fake these things, but it never works. Everyone can tell a faker when he stares down people or squeezes their hands too hard to intimidate them. Don't be that guy. The greatest method to acquire this ability is to spend time with actual men, observe what they do, and pick up tips from them. These men may be your father, a mentor, or other males, like those in a fight. Club fighters are frequently the calmest and most respectful men, yet they also command respect and project confidence. The fourth is deep critical thinking. Being able to think critically about a variety of subjects will improve your conversational skills, your general quality of life, and your capacity to make wiser judgments. It's easier said than done, but critical thinking calls for you to put aside your own beliefs and biases and embrace other information. Just because you've always done something a certain way doesn't mean it's the right way. The first step to critical thinking is to consider multiple points of view. As I frequently say on this channel, don't believe everything you're told, but also don't believe everything you think you know. Examine your presumptions and convictions and remain receptive to the merits of opposing viewpoints. Perhaps you will discover something new. The fifth, managing your finances wisely. Lack of financial education is one of the main issues with schools, colleges, and universities. The majority of men live their lives knowing nothing about managing money, make wise financial decisions, or position themselves for financial freedom. We are brought up to think that having a job that pays well is all that exists. But if you start changing your perspective on money, you can start making improvements. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a well-known finance book that has helped many people view money differently. Written by Robert Kiyosaki, begin studying money as soon as you can. This is an essential life skill for number 6. Learn to control your stress, since it has a direct impact on your achievement in life. A person who loses their cool under pressure will never perform better than a man who can remain composed and use critical thinking when things get tough. Everybody experiences stress from time to time, and men are particularly susceptible to it due to their growing obligations. If you find yourself regularly putting things off till the last minute or feeling hurried and like you're always playing catch-up, chances are you're procrastinating. This leads to a lot of stressful circumstances. Take charge by putting what you need to do by the deadlines in writing. The simple act of writing it down can help you decompress and feel less stressed. Determine which jobs on the list are urgent and crucial, then give each one your whole focus until it is finished before going on to the next most crucial thing. Before long, you will be managing duties proactively rather than in a stressed-out reactive manner. Both men and women should strive to become stronger, but women are frequently excused for not being able to cope with pressure, whereas males have the responsibility of performing. As a man, you must be able to handle pressure and not whine about it. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you want to show your support for this channel, which aims to help you become stronger in all facets of life. Until the next time.